Sometimes you just can't believe the things your eyes see. So much injustice in this life, and it's happening right on your TV screen. Continue to breathe, continue to breathe. In times like these, that's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe, continue to breathe.
Hey, everybody. Are we here? Are we on?
Y'all there? We're on. We're live. We're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the official launch of The Great Exhale.
Woo! Woo!
Woo! I need to exhale myself.
Like really, woo.
Right? Woo! Woosah. This is a lot of there's just a lot of excitement and joy and all of the good feelings inside me right now. Everybody just welcome. Thanks for being here. And just let's get the comments going. Okay. Tell us who you are, where you're from, where you're repping, do all of that stuff. Get it going in the comments and let us know how you're doing. So Latrice, we're doing this.
We are doing this. I can't even put into words how excited I am. I guess I should introduce myself because it's the first time that
officially, right?
For one of these things. Yeah, because I am really good at being, in the cut behind the scenes. It's kind of like where I love that. It's my jam. And that Lisa and I are bonded, introverted sister, no pun intended, but yeah. We really are. We really are. And, but my name is Latrice Torres. I am the executive director of The Great Exhale, having the absolute honor and the privilege to work with Lisa and with Liz. And I'm just so excited to be here. I'm also the CEO of Leader Keys Consulting. And that's actually how we met, is that I am a career and executive coach. I also do corporate consulting in the HR and talent management space. And Lisa and I met, I don't know, we're maybe 8-9 months ago. It could be longer. I don't know. It feels like it's been like 5 years.
It feels like for sure.
I don't think it's been that long. Yeah, it hasn't been that long. We were instantly bonded, and I've been blessed. I just want to say this at the top. I have been blessed to be a part of this. And, I said to y'all know, I haven't even popped into the comments because usually I'm in the comments reading them all and I know what you guys are saying. So I'm just going to keep looking down and see what I see. But I'm going to embarrass Lisa for a second because I got up this morning and this was the hardest decision of my life to figure out what I was going to put on to be next to Lisa Hurley and to represent Liz Liba. I was like, I don't even know how to get on that level, but I'm gonna do my best. So,
well, you look beautiful. You look beautiful. I don't know if I'm receiving that from you, but okay, but fine.
You don't have to receive
you look gorgeous. You look gorgeous, of course.
I'm just so happy to be here. So let's get this started. We got so much to go over and to talk about. So yeah, let's do it. Let's jump into it.
Yeah, tell the people what we're doing.
Oh, so we've got a lot going on. So we are launching The Great Exhale today, a soft space for Black women. And we cannot be more excited. We're going to take some time and we're going to go through a couple of different things on this launch. So just so that we all get grounded in, and I like to talk to my people who want to know what to expect, what we about to experience outside of just like the general launch. So I have all my notes here, and what we're going to start with is we're going to really talk about like this journey. How did we get here? You guys have been joining us and supporting us and being a part of the journey. But I think everybody knows there's always a story behind the journey.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And we're going to talk about that and make sure we also give some space and grace to talk about Liz and talk about her journey. And what I hope you guys will all see is us modeling the behavior that we want to see inside of this community of being able to be a sisterhood that helps each other and lift each other up. So we'll spend a little bit of time there, and Lisa will lead us through there. We're going to answer some of your burning questions that we've been getting over time. So we'll make sure we address all of those things. We'll do some fundraiser update, which as of this morning, maybe about 30 minutes ago, we were at almost $43,000. Yes. So who's going to be the person out there to push us over to 7K? Like, I feel like we can 7K in a day. That's like That's going to be the thing. 7K
7K
in a day.
in a day.
Right.
That's
7K in a day. Right. So that's what we're going for. And then we're going to just talk about, like, why is everybody excited? What are the things that are inside of this? And what have we heard from everybody? So we'll share some of the things we've heard from you as well. We'll go through and we'll talk about the community itself. And a lot of people have asked, what can I do? How can I be an ambassador? And that actually prompted us of, like, actually creating an ambassador program. So we got that answer as well. So we'll go over that. And then we'll end with, like, getting into the community. What's next? We're going to jump into it because it's ready.
It's ready. And though we say so ourselves, we might be biased, but we think it's pretty amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, we think you guys are going to love it. So the journey to the great exhale. How did it all start? So I want to say sometime late, I don't know, might even have been like fall last year sometime. Liz and I were chatting as we do, and many of our conversations start with Liz saying, "Hey, I have an idea." And I'm like, "Okay, what is it? What's going on?" And so that's where it started. She said, I feel like we need a community for Black women. And we just kept on talking about it. At first, she was like, should it be a Patreon? Should it be like, what should it be? And we just kept expanding the idea and expanding it. And we thought, no, it has to be its actual, like, it has to be a thing, not just a Patreon for me and Liz, a real community for all Black women. And so we just expanded the idea. When I realized, I'm like, okay, this is a real thing. And we need to do it properly to be able to serve our community properly. And so I brought in Latrice. I was like, okay, well, let's do this, Latrice. Here's what Liz and I are thinking. Here's what we have in mind. What do you think? What do you feel? Tell us how we can actually shepherd this into life. So Latrice came on. Latrice and I, like, as you mentioned, we had met several months before as my business coach. And I just knew in order to make this real and make it a real thing, we needed Latrice. And she immediately said yes. And what was the first thing you told us, Latrice?
I was like, okay, that's cute. Patreon cute, but think bigger.
Yeah.
More.
Think
bigger. You
yeah,
guys
more
are
is
big.
more.
Yes. Yeah. You guys are bigger than you even know. Think bigger.
Yeah. And so we listened. Because that's a thing, right? If you're going to work with a coach, you have to actually be coachable. Right? I'm just saying. Yeah. So we were coachable and we listened and we're like, okay, how do we make this bigger? We just kept expanding the vision into what hopefully many of you are going to experience later on today in just over an hour. Okay. Yeah. So this is where we are now, and whew, it's been a lot. It's been a journey. It's been a journey of highs and lows and midpoints and in betweens and lots of emotions. And so that brings us to what we're calling Liz's Great Exhale. Many of you would have seen Liz post about her mental health struggles. And then I also did a post explaining basically why Liz is going to be taking a temporary step back from the Great Exhale for now, just for a few weeks, just until she's feeling more in balance, because she has been dealing with significant mental health issues. And she and we all thought it best for her to just take a step back. We were like, Latrice and I were like, sis, we got you. Don't even worry about it. We got this handled. You take a step back. You take an exhale. We are your sisters, your friends, your team. We got you. We got this. And so what I want to ask us all now is just within your own minds, within your heads and hearts, just please take a couple seconds and send Liz, and also in the comments, like drop Liz a couple of positive comments, some encouragement, some love. Right. Big her up, as we would say in the Caribbean. Big her up, show her some love, make her feel amazing, and just let her know that we all love her. Liz, directly to you, I love you, as you well know. Love you like cooked food. That's what we say. That's what we say back home, right? Love you like cooked food. And whenever you are ready, we are here. And in the meantime, this is us. We're live, right?
Yeah, we all the way live. The comments are coming in. We are doing this, and yeah, I definitely want to make sure that we just acknowledge, like we all kind of sometimes just need that space, and it feels
Yeah.
so good when people can give it to us, you
Mhm.
know, and in a really transparent and vulnerable moment. You know, I think there was even a moment we even had to step back and go and figure out what did that mean? How do we do that? Right. And get through that. And you know, it was interesting, but I think it was a growing moment for us as individuals, collectively as sisters, as
Mhm.
professionals, as
Yeah,
like
yeah. There's a lot.
everything you can think of. And this morning when we all woke up, which I think Lisa was up at I think 3 a.m. and
Yes.
I was up at like 4 a.m. and we were like weird, you know, looking to see the press releases out and then everything and having dreams about Canva and
Oh
stuff
my
like
gosh.
the
Listen,
Canva.
when I tell you, I literally was dreaming about, okay, should it be 80% opacity or 70%? I was like, okay, you need a break from this. This is too much. You can't be dreaming
Yes,
about Canva.
exactly. I literally had a moment in one of my dreams where I wasn't doing Canva. I was had nothing to do with it. But even in the dream, I was like, yeah, I have to pause so I can go and make this slide for the launch today. And I was like, did I just say that in my dream? Like it was like a weird moment. So I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So
We've been in it. We've been in it like
in it.
fully
Totally.
focused
Yeah.
for months, really. And
Yeah.
it's very it's been intense in sort of the
Yes.
in good ways and bad, right? Because this is the
Mm-hmm.
journey where Liz and
Mm-hmm.
I and you guys are getting to know Latrice. We're all very transparent people. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, we are going to be 100% honest. There definitely have been
Yes.
highs and lows,
Yeah.
but I will say many more highs than lows. This is all part of the
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurship journey and all part of the calling, because it is a calling on all of our lives to bring the great exhale to Black women and to Black women across the globe. That is our vision for it, because we need
Yes.
our own space to be able to relax, relate, release, and
Mm-hmm.
exhale. That's what we
Mm-hmm.
need. That's
Yeah.
what we need.
Yeah, Lisa, I'm going to ask you to remind me of Across the Globe a little bit later when we start
Mhm.
talking about the community, because yeah, I feel like we thought about this and we think about we localize a lot of stuff, but we were like, no, this is bigger than that as
Yeah.
well. So again, just bigger, just push ourselves
More,
because
more.
we are literally everywhere, right?
We
you
are.
you can't get past us, right? It was in Las Vegas. Was that last week? I've lost track of time. I think
It
it
was
was last
last week. It was last week.
week. I was
It's
on.
been a blur.
It's been a blur, and I laughed because I said something to Lisa because Lisa was like, "I'm not sleeping or everything. Like I'm pushing towards this thing." I was like, I know, right? You didn't plan a trip to Vegas in the middle of trying to launch something.
Right.
However, in my defense, it was work related. I was at the HR conference, mostly to see Janet Jackson, but to also do some HR stuff.
It
But
was really about Janet Jackson with a little side of HR.
little
Little
side of
side.
HR stuff, right? And it was just so interesting because I was even trying to still at that moment be like, but at the great Excel, like
Yeah.
we gotta like get these things going, we gotta do these things and everything like that. So, you know, and as I'm doing that, I'm here from Lisa who's pushing through, from Liz who's pushing through, and you know, even though Liz is like, I'm taking a step back, we don't know very much, we still talk to her every single
Oh
day,
yeah. And
right?
she was
We
and
have
she's
to
very much involved. She's very
very
much
much
involved.
involved, very much
Absolutely.
involved, right? Just, you know, sometimes we are calling this a soft space for Black women for a reason, because honestly, where is there a soft space?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
honestly, that is the need for it. And I do want to take a second because I usually do this. I present for a living. Facilitation is basically what I do. And I usually apologize in advance because I'm always appropriately inappropriate and may say something that may get me kicked off or may let somebody, you know, kind of like give the side eye or whatever. But it's always thoughtful. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be thoughtful, right? So I'm gonna have one of those moments really quickly, if you don't mind, Lisa, and just talk a little bit about some of the initial things that I've seen around this. 99.99% of you guys are loving it and can't wait. And we can't wait for you to get into it.
Yes.
45 minutes, right? 99.99%, right? But we always got that 1% Becky who's like, don't you think that having a space for Black women makes you exclusive like everyone else and what you're complaining, and it's dividing us? So I'm gonna let you respond to that first, Lisa.
Well, I wish people could see, because I'm rolling my eyes so hard behind my sunglasses right now, because
Right.
I know exactly which comment you are referring to. It was in somebody's post yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's
You're ready,
frustrating. Yeah, it's frustrating because nobody is going to a convention. I don't even know if that's the right term, but if there's a space that is specifically, I think the example I used last time was a conference about Alzheimer's, right? Nobody is going to the Alzheimer's conference saying, well, you're not being inclusive enough. Why aren't you talking about diabetes? Because it's an Alzheimer's conference.
Right.
This is why.
Exactly.
And so, I always say people need to carry the one and extrapolate, right? It's the same thing. We have created this space because we need this space. Black women need this space. It is not, and it's similar to when people say, well, why does there need to be a Black entertainment channel, a BET? Because y'all have every other channel.
Right.
We need one. We're saying, right,
1,500 channels, we get one, and y'all get 1,499.
I'm complaining.
You okay with that? Like, you can be all right? Yeah, I know. It's that. And I'm always like, you know what? I'm so ready for all of those things. And at the end of the day, I'm more ready for the space that we're creating and the experiences that everybody's going to have within that space. I'm more concerned about that. And I think that I think that is a shared thought. I think that's a collective thought of everyone who's ready to be here. And again, I can't say enough. We are so ready. So I hope you guys are ready as well. So ready. All right. So where are we on time? We are so on time, but that is my crazy, like,
we're good.
Beyond time stuff. Yes.
Beyond time. So, yeah, we're not doing CP time today. We're right. We're not doing ancestral time.
No.
We're doing actual time.
CP time. Right.
We're doing actual time.
Yeah. So we want to get into some of these questions that we've heard from you guys and really just talk about, really the things that you are wanting to know. So let's open the box, right? Let's open the box and talk about it. So here we have the top 5 questions. So I am actually going to start at the top and go with the first one. Is it a paid or a free community? Lisa?
Yep. Okay, so how long have y'all been following me? Right? That's my question, because y'all already know the answer. The answer is free is canceled. That is the answer. Free is canceled. Okay, so it is a paid community. And if you go, just start heading over there. Go to www.thegreatexhale.com, right? And you will see exactly what I mean. It is paid. Right. And it is paid for a reason, a multiplicity of reasons. One of them is that people like Liz, Latrice, myself, many people in our circle, other activists, we have been pouring into other people's companies. We've been pouring into this platform and so on for free for years. And that's no. No, it's done. It's done.
We're over it.
We're over it. Right. Yeah. So no more freeness, no more free labor. Listen, I will pop on to LinkedIn every now and then or whatever. It's not like we're doing a hard disappearance, right? We're going to be there. But our main focus now, of course, is The Great Exhale. That is where you'll find us. In order to find us there, please pick the plan of your choosing.
Right. That's right. It. Yep. And right now there are 2 tiers of plans. It starts at $40. And there's $40 and $60. I don't know why I'm not saying the other one. The $40 and $60 tier, the big difference, you get everything is the same for the $40 and the $60 tier, except for at the $60, you also will get an invite to the quarterly masterclass, which will be with one of our beautiful hosts or your moderator, because that's our titles. We got hosts and moderators. I actually act as a host sometime too, and they act as moderators sometimes too.
Yeah.
Right. But as we go along in this journey, we also will fine line who else is in there. Who else? We really want to bring you guys quality content. So we also will be tapping into some professional partners to also carry those out. And I think, just to do the math a little bit, that's a $20 difference per month. And so if you think of it per quarter, that's an extra $60 per quarter. If you do not take the $60 plan, see, my sales side is coming out.
Right. You do. I'm glad you're doing it, because I can't do it.
Then the masterclass is actually $100 to pay into the masterclass. So you can save $40 by just upgrading to that $60 plan. So I'm gonna just say, go out for that. All right.
Just do it.
Just do it. And we are planning to have additional tiers later. So you want to be able to kind of gradually grow up with the community. And again, I have no doubt you guys are going to love what you find inside of there. I've literally seen no space like this. And I've been building spaces like this for 20 years.
For a decade, right? Exactly. For 20 years.
Yes.
It's what you do, actually. It's what you do.
It's literally what I do. And I think I am probably the most proud of this one. And if those chips are too much for you, then, get your organization on it, get a sponsor, get somebody, somebody who is going to help you have this experience. Yeah. And I think you may have seen my post. If you haven't seen my post, then you need to see my post, because
go look at it. Now.
Yeah, because we first of all, we are bigger than DEI. I will just leave it at that. There's not much more to say about that. But eventually I'm gonna make this promise to you guys that I will put up basically a pitch script for you to go and ask to be sponsored for the Great Excel. Deal, everybody?
Deal. Yes.
Let's do it. We're gonna do it.
Love it.
Why not? Right.
I love it.
Okay, so free is canceled.
Free is canceled.
Absolutely canceled. All right, so let's talk about where it will be hosted.
Okay, so it's hosted on Mighty Networks, and this was I'm so proud of myself. I felt very official when. Months ago, when Liz was like, after the Patreon thing was like for us, I thought for 3 seconds, and then we were like, okay, it has to be a real community, and I said, let's do it on Mighty Networks. And the great thing is that Liz immediately trusted me. I said, oh, okay, I don't know anything about it, but I trust you that you know what you're doing. So, and then once she started getting into it, we started exploring it together. Then, of course, we let Latrice know, okay, here's where we're thinking about using, and Latrice was on board. And it is just, I am a fan of Mighty Networks because of the user experience, right? Mm-hmm. It is, I don't know, there's something just, it's easy, it is warm, and very, very important to a lot of us here on LinkedIn, there's no algorithm. There is no algorithm. So you're not out there trying to fight to get your stuff seen. And is it being shadow banned? Like, there's none of that stuff. Yeah. Right. So for the experience that we're building, for the kind of community that we want and the feeling that we want people to have, that was another reason why I and then we chose Mighty Networks, because it just takes away that's what I call that struggle energy. There is no struggle. You go in, you dive in. It's super easy to use. It is fun. It's easy to connect with other people. I'm a big fan. So it's going to be on Mighty Networks. And anything to add, Latrice?
Yeah, just a couple of things. You did a beautiful job there of all of the reasons behind it that I'm even wrote down some of. I'm going to add to the way I talk about it as well. Yeah. But yeah, the only other couple of things that I'll say about that is that I think that Lisa, Liz, and I really took the time to think about the experience itself. So we even created spaces that are within it that we would want to see out in the universe, but we just don't have those spaces. So we were like, okay, well, then we'll just do them, right? Yeah,
we'll make it.
We will have that. So that's one thing. The other thing is that it really allowed us to be us, right? To really build a space by us, for us. I mean, it's blickety black. I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Blackety black.
It's bliggity black.
Yes.
There's black y'all and there's black y'all. Like I love that because we were able to be very free about the way that we did it. There's not a single element of that community that we did not get to name. And the only pieces of the community that we have not like named is because it's a community driven community. We actually are going to ask you guys to help us do some things.
Yep.
And it just like we've done along this whole entire process. I mean, the name itself came out of the community, right?
Exactly.
Right. So we're not, that energy is not going to go away. And I think Mighty Networks allowed us to really do that. And that's something you can't get on any social, media network. Like you just really can't do that. So we're gonna, again, people always saying, I want a seat at the table. F that table. We gonna and even F building that table. We gonna build the building that table's in. We gonna own the land that building is on.
Now we're gonna add a few more buildings.
We're gonna add a couple more buildings to it and everything, and then we're gonna go international and have buildings in other places. Yeah, that's what we really are trying to do. Yeah, that's the plan. And I really think of all the different things that are out there, Mighty Networks allows you to actually have a community-driven program where it's a lot of the other communities, social media drives that very differently. Y'all are each other's algorithm. That's all I'll say. Once you get in there, you'll understand.
You'll see, you'll understand, and you love it, right? So just go over to thegreatexhale.com. Again, pick the plan of your choosing and have at it. Okay. So
wait. Announcement. What? We have our first person who's already gone in and purchased the cleansing breath. Oh
yay! Welcome.
Yeah, I talked about the 60, the 40 and the 60. Everything is about breathing, you guys.
Yes,
so
yes.
Our $40 plan is our deep breath, and the $60 plan is our cleansing breath. And it's just really excited. Like the notice just came in, and I'm like,
yes, it's real.
It's real. Someone's in there. If we got one person, we are like, we're good. But we want to be better, so everybody get in there.
Yeah, we're good with that one person, but we want more. So listen. On that note, everybody that was on the waiting list, just make sure, just go to thegreatexhale.com right now and start signing up. There were hundreds of you on the waiting list. So
there were. Yeah. So and that's all you got to do is go in. Now it is going to have you do your whole entire profile and all of that. It will do all of those things and all those steps, and then it's going to walk you through the experience. But get on out there and do it. We saw all the love. The love poured in, and it was received, and we heard it. So
yes.
Very excited. Very, very excited.
Yeah.
It's actually the next question is really easy because I think we kind of said it already. The next question is, where is it not hosted? But we did find it necessary to have this question on here and to address it. So
yes, we got this a lot.
Clear. Yeah.
We got this a lot. So to be clear, yes, we have. I mean, we're a company, and companies are supposed to now these days. You have your website, you have your all your socials, but again, we're hosted. The community is on Mighty Networks, but of course, we have a LinkedIn page. The LinkedIn page is our LinkedIn page. It is not the community. We have a Facebook page. The Facebook page is a Facebook page. It is not the community. It is just the social media arms, our social media presence, but the community is on Mighty Network. So you will absolutely find us on Facebook, and we would love if you would follow us there. We would love, of course, there's more than 6,000 of you following us on LinkedIn already. And we love and appreciate that. So you'll be able to find us on Facebook and find us on LinkedIn. But all of the juicy stuff,
it's inside.
It's inside. It's on the inside.
In the network. Yeah. It's in the network. Yeah. And engage with us on all those other social media platforms. And in fact, I'm going to give you guys tips on doing that because we want you to focus on marketing and tagging people and bringing them along and letting them know that there is a community. So we really want you to use all of those other platforms for more marketing and recruitment. Like I said, you guys are all owners of this. You're all a part of making the Great Excel great. So use all of those other mediums to do that, and always share content with us. We have a really beautiful opening video by Jupiter Stone,
Oh my gosh.
who I think is quickly becoming my favorite human
Right?
of all, right? Like, there is something
Oh my gosh.
about their essence that
Mhm.
just speaks to my soul.
Same.
And yeah, and it's you know what it is. It also I think they also remind me so much of the energy that both you and Liz have.
Oh,
So like it feels
yeah.
like Jupiter's in that universe. So shout out to Jupiter
Hey,
because
Jupiter.
that
Thank
video,
you
we
for
got one more.
everything.
We got one more from them in just a second that just fire.
Yes.
I don't even have any other word for it. Just
Remember when we were preparing and you were like, which video? And I'm like, the fire one, the fire
the
one.
fire one. And I was like, what does that mean? At least the fire one.
I'm like, when you see it, you'll know.
The one that's fired. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll go out to Jupiter and ask. But yeah, so but we got it. We got it. That's the point. So shout out to Jupiter. And that's what we're looking for, that energy. So yeah, if you want to create something and everything and engage with us, absolutely do that. And on that note, I'm going to get to the last question so I keep us on time. The last question, which has been an indirect question,
Yes.
right? I wrote the question as whether will there be a marketplace to promote our businesses? So I've got that in indirect ways, right? Of how can I partner? How can I do this? And everything. So we did it. We created a marketplace that's inside of the community, and I think Lisa did a beautiful job of like articulating when you get to that space of really what that space is for. So we have some guidelines and everything around that because we want to have first of all, we want everybody to be seen. We don't want you to be bombarded constantly. So we have some guidelines on promoting your business inside of the community. But more importantly, we're gonna have you spend 90% of your time actually supporting and promoting each other's businesses.
Each other, right? That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. So we want you to spend more time going out and exploring, and when you do one of your posts and do market the things that you do, then we want to be respectful of everyone's time and their energy and their focus to really give everybody a space, right? It's supposed to be a soft space. Keep it soft.
Keep it soft.
We created it. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Cool.
I love that.
All right. Okay. With that said, anything else, Lisa?
I think that was it. I think that was it. Wow, there's just I will confess that I am slightly distracted. I'll just be very honest because of course my phone is buzzing.
It's going off.
Right? Yes.
I'm trying to not like look at all of the notifications that are coming in, but y'all blowing it up and I love it.
Thank
I love
you.
it. I don't even know
Thank you. I'm feeling love.
It's great. I know Liz is out there somewhere, which who I think she has said, I'm crying about 4,000 times.
Yes.
I'm crying. And I'm like, but these are happy tears, right? These are happy tears and everything. But I hope, Liz, if you're listening to this, that you are out there crying and happy tears. And girl, we doing this. Like
we're doing it. We're doing it, Liz, and it's real. It's real. We're doing it. People are signing up.
Yes.
We official. We official.
It's happening. Yeah.
Our press release went out this morning, right?
Yes. And it was we were so I think we may have saw the press release literally the moment it came out because we were just stalking it.
We were stalking
it so much. It was crazy. But yeah, the press release is out and some really great outlets have picked it up and posted. So it's beautiful, you guys. It's happening. Yes. It's happening. You see, we guys left us. So Lisa's used to this. I work with 3 screens just on a normal because I'm crazy. But so I have a screen over here, the screen over here. So you guys, you have my full attention, but I am looking at other things because I had to pull up. Because the next piece we're going to go into is we want to have an update of like, what does the fundraiser look like? And I can say we've crossed the 44K threshold just during this live session. So it's just crazy. But
love.
Yes, I love that. Like it just happened. Like it's a combination of maybe like 40 donations. So that's crazy. Like that's amazing. Yes. So, but I mentioned Jupiter before. And I would love to play another piece that they put together that I think helps to just ground this entire, fundraising effort. So
Yes.
I'm going to click over to that really quickly, and we'll see you guys literally in a minute.
We're not coming on 9.5, y'all. We coming on 11.
Batman Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, Timberland. Batman Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, Timberland. Whatever I say, y'all gotta do. Whatever I say, y'all gotta do. Whatever I say, y'all gotta do. Y'all too. You must first begin to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now drop. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now drop.
So, what up? Thank you for joining us today. We are happy to be in community with y'all today.
Probably almost everybody here knows, right? You and I are the co-founders of The Great Exhale. All donations are welcome. Anybody in corporate who has, you have that little budget available, send a little chunk of that our way, right? We gratefully receive.
Chunk.
Right?
A smidge.
A big chunk, a smidge.
A big smidge.
A big smidge.
I love it. Someone in the comments was like, Fat Man Scoop. Yes, absolutely. Right. This has been Lisa, and every time we're on something, we're like,
right?
Yeah, I almost put a space on here. Was like from 12:32 to 12:36, we just danced. Like
That's it.
Right.
Oh my gosh,
All
I
right.
love that video so much. I love that video
do.
so much. And yes, look, we are at 44K. And if we can get that last 6K, because when we started this 36 minutes ago, you were like, we need 7K in a day, right? Now we need 6K. It's already oh my gosh.
It's already changed. I already got to update my banner. It's already happening. So hold on. I'm going to have that in just a second. We're going to go up. It's 6K in a day now.
6K in a day.
We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
There. Go.
And so, yay!
Yeah.
6K by end of day. 6K end of day. 6K by end of day. What? Listen, y'all, this is how I have to come back how all our meetings are, to be honest.
They are.
It really is.
And just so y'all know, Lisa always has to be the voice of reason, because like you think this is a lot of energy, like the Liz and Latrice energy for Lisa. Sometimes it's like, can we do something?
I'm like, but the agenda.
Right, we got an agenda. We're like, we know, we'll get to it. Yeah.
Okay, so everybody wants to know what is the money being used for? Dun, dun, dun.
Right.
All right. So, and this is on the fundraiser page, but just to let you guys know, all right. So, it is not building a community like this takes work. So far, it's been mainly Liz, Latrice, and myself, but we need help and we can't do it alone. So, we are in negotiations as we speak with a graphic designer. We are about to be in negotiations with a publicist. We have our legal team waiting in the wings to get them all set up. So we believe in a similar way that free is canceled for us, we believe free is canceled for everybody. Everybody needs to get paid. So that is actually one of the main reasons why we launched a fundraiser, is so that we can pay everybody with whom we contract. We also have a marketing strategist who we're going to be partnering with as well. So that's where that's what a lot of the funds are earmarked for, right? Tech is another aspect in terms of building out the platform, expanding functionality, and we've already that part is already done because. Again, y'all are about to go to www.thegreatexhale.com. Right. And then you'll experience what the tech funding has gone towards, right? Building out the platform. some of this we mentioned already, the company, just general startup costs, right? Legal, finance, accounting, operations, business licensing, insurance, you name it. All those, just go to any, how to start a business punch list, checklist, and that's what some of the money is going towards, right? Branding, logo and brand identity. Again, like I said before, we are in negotiations with a wonderful, very talented graphic designer. Yes, they are a Black woman. I'm just
everyone we've contracted with is a Black woman because we can't.
we don't want to hear we don't want to
Yeah.
hear nothing about it. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Mhm.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly. So that's what we're doing. Publicity, again, that is in the works, and then other unexpected costs. But a lot of this stuff it's already happening. It's already happening or has already happened, and we are excited, right?
Yep, absolutely excited. I'm going to put up the GoFundMe so that you can also go over there. But I feel like everybody already knows where it's at. But if you've already donated, we don't mind if you donate again. But definitely send it out. Send it out to 10 people. Just 10 people and be like, hey, we need to get to 6K by end of day. So help us out.
By
Right?
end of day,
Yes.
6K by end of day, 6K by end of
Why
day.
not do this? Why we like this? I mean,
We have to make everything a song and a dance.
everything has to be a song and a dance. Why are we like this? Besides that, we're awesome. That's why we're like
Because we're amazing.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're amazing. Yeah. I wanted to just add a couple more notes. And I had this in a post earlier today. So I pinned it earlier, but I'm going to bring it back here because I talk about all the time. So I spent 22 years in corporate America, right? And in that time, I did a lot of, contract negotiations, RFPs, working with external vendors, hiring out people to come in and do work that at one point I thought I was hired to do. But apparently now I'm not good enough. So we're going to go to a big name to do it for it, whatever. So, I know enough to just talk about corporate sponsorship for just a second. And the thing is when you do the math, all right, you go in $40, $60. We're talking about at a minimum about $500 to sponsor a Black woman for a year to go through this. That is literally in the corporate world, that's pennies, right? Like think about, so if you did 10, if they sponsored 10 Black women, so let's say, you're the head of, let's say, benefits and wellness, because to me, this is actually a wellness initiative.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This wellness, I can align it to talent strategy. I can align it to corporate engagement. I can align it to the employer value proposition, to the employee value proposition. There are a whole bunch of spaces that are not DEI that I can align this to. And so we want to empower you all to do the same thing. And when we talk about that, then that means this is dollars that I cannot allow any corporate organization to tell me that they don't have, right?
Exactly. Because
you can't.
That's the truth.
You can't. Even when I was breaking down doing the math, right? If they sponsor 10 Black women, that's 5K, right? Y'all spend this on coffee and donuts each week, right?
Bagel
Friday, high five pizzas and stuff like that. Like literally, it's a drop in the bucket, right? Even though I've had entire DEI budgets that are that amount, but that's another story for another time. If it's 50 Black women, we're talking about 25K. What y'all pay PNOC to actually speak during a Black History Month? Maybe that's at a minimum. Some charge even more, right? And I use the term PNOC, and you guys can see me post it all the time because I am really determined to socialize that term. If we can be POC, they can be PNOC. What's it mean, Lisa?
I'm here for it.
People not of color. So we can, if we labeling, right? So
labeling everybody.
PNOCs, right? They can come in, they can do these speaking, they can do all these events and everything. I know 25K is a drop in the bucket. I'm positive. I've seen that on supplies. I've spent that on supplies, like a regular supply run, right? Like that's training and development, $25, nothing. 25K, nothing. 100 Black women is 50K, right? That's the cost of a very cheap software implementation. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure you can do that anymore for 50K. I'm pretty sure you can, right? So there's all these different, we're always talking about, or we hear from these corporate justice warriors saying that they want to, help and build up the Black community, but you don't do anything. I mean, we're here. The Great Excel is something that you can actually do, right? So if you, it's action, right? You guys will never hear me use the term ally because there's no action, right? So if you really want to do something, then be a verb and not a pronoun. Right, and definitely not a self-appointed pronoun. I did say I apologize. Like I'm trying.
I'm sorry for that,
right? But I'm being real.
Be a verb.
Be a verb, right? Do something. So, I'm talking to CEOs, I'm talking to CCOs, I'm talking to CDOs, CHROs, even the head ERG leaders. Fine. If you are head of your, Black and Caribbean group at your, whatever it is, but if that's your thing, and I know you've got things baked in there for how you support those members, here's a great way to support the Black women, right? Because to be real, women of color stuff is not really us. And women stuff, we all know, is PNOC women. So there's some place. Where do we go? It's the Great Excel. That's your answer.
That's it.
Point blank and period. So yeah, if you're interested in actually, donating, sponsoring someone, email us hello@thegreatexcel.com. Email me directly, Latrice at thegreatexcel.com, Lisa at thegreatexcel.com, Liz at thegreatexcel.com. But we like the hello one because all three of us is going to see it. So hit up the hello@thegreatexcel.com, and I will be happy to talk you through how to position this with your organization. That's it. That's my soapbox.
Amen. I love it. Nothing to add.
Nothing to add.
Nothing to add.
So I'm going to share really quickly because I want to share some comments. So I picked 3 from the GoFundMe page that I just thought would be really cool to look at. So the first one here is from Carita Brown. And if I said that wrong, I apologize. It says, these women are making a space for themselves and taking all of us with them. I love the work that they are doing and how they use their collective voice and platforms to bypass the gatekeepers. Yay. I love that.
I love that.
So much. And then I couldn't resist having John Graham on here. And
hey John.
this is how you show up, right? And he said Black women need a safe space to heal, learn, and grow together. Amen. When they are healed, our community can thrive.
Amen.
Yes, just
right.
No more words for that.
That's it.
Right. And then Denise Edwards said, Elizabeth and Lisa are bringing attention to many things that others are afraid to talk about or support. A platform that we didn't know we needed until they enhanced it. Absolutely.
That's so beautiful.
Like, great words. And I encourage you guys to go out and, look at the different things that people are saying. Use that as part of your pitch when you're talking and you're looking to activate either future members or sponsors or supporters. Like, there's plenty of out there. And I think we've been very, very transparent and empowering you all to be able to go out there and do that.
Yeah. I and I love Latrice looking at these comments every now and then. As I mentioned at the top of the show, right? The journey has gone kind of like this, like a roller coaster, right? And that is to be expected. There's been highs and lows, more highs than lows. But on the low times, I have often gone to the GoFundMe page and just looked. There's just like probably at least 50, probably more comments from and comments and kudos, your favorite word, Latrice. Comments and kudos and good wishes and people who really understand and appreciate what we have built and what is right today. And I just want to say, I know there was one more question that was on my mind and I forgot to mention it to you, Latrice. This is my fault, but
okay.
It is not really a question, but something that I wanted to say, that it is called, the community is very deliberately called the Great Exhale.
Mhm.
It is not the great adrenaline. It is not the great drama, right? I'm just saying, right? It's none of those things. It is the great exhale. So
Absolutely.
even though a lot of you are probably used to Liz and myself being very, very vocal, and sometimes, yes, a little brash, if you want to call it that, a little salty, definitely very unapologetic on LinkedIn, and posting a lot about anti-racism and DEI even and all that stuff, right? That's the LinkedIn version of us, so to speak.
Mhm.
The Great Exhale is something different. It is a Zen space. So I'm just letting you know, expect it to be Zen.
Mhm.
Liz and I, once Liz is done with her own Great Exhale, Liz and I and Latrice, we will all be there.
Mhm.
But definitely I want to just reiterate, it is a Great Exhale. It is Zen. It is a soft space for Black women. It is right, a drama-free space for Black women.
Mhm.
So I have zero intention of posting anything. All the activism work that I do are traditional activism, because this in itself is a form of activism, right? But traditional activism in terms of talking about anti-racism, y'all not going to see on the Great Exhale. I'm just letting you know right now. Y'all are going to experience Reiki Master Lisa,
Mhm.
affirmations Lisa, Zen Yoga Lisa, and Latrice and Liz. That's what to expect. And I just wanted to put that out there because we have had some people a little bit of feedback. And so I just wanted to make that clear and set expectations, right? If you want, I don't know why people are treating Black people like this. If you want that version of me, every now and then I'll pop up on LinkedIn. The
Mhm.
rest of it, everything else, the softness and the healing and the nurturing and the community that we need as Black women, that is what you will find in the Great Exhale community.
I love that. That is so beautiful. And it's yeah, this journey has been really good because there's always the moment where Lisa says something like that, and then Liz and I can collectively exhale, and we're like,
Oh,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
yeah,
So yeah, and that's what we want.
that's what we
That's really what
want.
we want.
That's what we want.
And for people who have asked, because I've gotten direct messages that have come in and they go, you know, what ultimately am I going to get out of this community? And the first thing I say is rest. Like they're going to get rest,
Yeah.
right? Because we don't get that. Like we're always having to be on 10, if not 20 out of 10, right? And it's exhausting. It is exhausting. So it's the space we do not have to be exhausted in. The other things that come along with it are going to be the way that we grow together, and as a community we're actually going to be creating a lot of those things together. We are going to continue to listen to all of you guys, and we're going to continue to listen and let you inform us of the things that you need and the things that you want. Now we do have plans and strategy, at least in my head. I'm at least 10 years in the future of
Oh yeah. Oh
what
yeah.
the hell looks
Yep.
like. But we do have, definitely we know what at least the next 3 or 4 steps are. What else is going to come. And so know that it's a community of growth, right? And it's a community of softness. And we need it.
Yes. Yes.
And we need it.
And
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I saved the last question, and I mentioned it a little bit at the beginning of this, which was, how to be an ambassador for the Great Exhale. And so we wanted to put some guidelines a bit. They're loose guidelines, I promise you. There's not that many, but I did want to go over for a second, if you all don't mind, to kind of just walk through what the ambassador program looks like. Cool with you, Lisa?
Cool with me. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So let's talk about what to expect. So we've covered some of this. As soon as this launch is over, you can log in. Actually, you can log in right now, and there's a whole bunch of you that already have. Right?
Yeah, go do it. www.thegreatexhale.com.
Yes, that's why I just left that ticker. Usually
Yep.
we like change the tickers around. We're just gonna leave that. Just go there. Go there.
Just go there.
Yeah. So once you're in there, then you can start exploring the community using your welcome checklist. I highly, highly recommend that you do that because that is going to get you off to the greatest start, right? And the welcome checklist is actually your way to become a brand ambassador. So after you've activated your paid membership, you're going to want to complete every task on that welcome checklist. And then what we want you to do is we want you to screenshot your completed list and then post that screenshot out on LinkedIn with the hashtag TGE Ambassador. Be sure to mention the Great Exhale in your post. So now we get you to you're already becoming a marketing ambassador for us by just doing these actions, right? So it's stuff inside, getting a really good profile put together so that people really understand who you are and can connect with you. But it also gets you to do something external as well and help us with marketing and bringing people into the experience, right? Once one of us comment on it, which we probably will comment either from ourselves or from the Great Exhale, once we comment on your post, then you can add at the ambassador activity to the volunteer section of your LinkedIn profile. Okay, emphasis on the volunteer section because we want to make sure that's in the appropriate place. And that is actually going to help us with tracking later. Right?
Yes. Yes.
You may also add the Great Exhale brand ambassador to your headline because we want you to advertise. And I teach support, right? And I teach my career clients when I do LinkedIn optimization with them that your headline is one of the most important pieces of your LinkedIn, and most people fail to do anything with it. Now, I find Black women are really good at this because we are very good at toasting ourselves up because there ain't nobody else doing it. So we ain't got good at it. But when you see the headline, most of the times it's defaulting to whatever the person's current job is. And that's no fun. That doesn't tell me anything about you, right? And that definitely does not make me want to click on your profile, right? So this is a really great one to add on there because, you know, when you pop up in that people also viewed, you only get the first couple of lines, right? I cannot wait to see the Great Exhale brand ambassador. And those, I cannot wait to see it. And I really think, and I can tell you, the first line in mine is 20 years of making people awesome. People connect with me because they just want to know what is making people awesome. So you know, it catches people's attention, right?
Yeah.
As a note, there's also an internal ambassador program that's inside of the program. I think it's like a bronze, silver, and gold. It's tied to digital badges. Basically, the Mighty Network on the back end is basically running that whole entire thing, and it's tied to actions as well, like referring people and commenting and cheering things. It's some overlap, but they are separate programs, right? So I just wanted to say that out loud because you're going to see brand ambassador. What I'm talking about right now is the external piece of that. And then inside of the community itself, there's also that piece as well. So you'll see that it's all part of
we'll post more about it too.
Yeah, inside of the community, there's actually under the welcome, there's a whole section called brand ambassador, and all of this is inside of there. And it basically just walks you through exactly what to put in to your profile when you add it to your volunteer experience, and what to pop into the description for it when it says, well, what does being a brand ambassador mean? We even give you the script to go in and do that. As a reminder, your start date is actually the month in which you complete all the required steps. I know we want to say it's Juneteenth, and maybe some of you guys will get it done in June. I'm hoping so. But
that would be amazing.
Make sure until you get that, you're an ambassador now, then that month becomes your start date as an ambassador for the Great Exhale. All right. Any questions? Again, you can contact us at, hello@the-Great-Exhale, and we will be very happy to help you.
Yes. This is so exciting.
It is. It's so exciting. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I think we're at the end. We've got 2 minutes, and I think we got there. So
how?
I don't know. We planned it and we did it. I dare say we're awesome.
You mean? Well, hold on. You mean you helped make people awesome?
Absolutely. Hashtag.
Because let me tell you, and okay, because Latrice, of course, would never do this herself, but I just want to say that I ended last year, as I told Latrice the other day, I was in a sunken place. Last year was rough. It was rough, right? But, and this is the importance of having the right people around you and the right people on your team. And I'm not talking about the Great Exhale team right now. I'm talking about your team of people within your life, right? Because Latrice and I are definitely sister friends at this point, right? And so, you know, I am team Latrice, she is team Lisa, and that's just how we do. Of course, we're team Liz, Liz is team us. That's how we do, right? But Latrice saw something in both myself and Liz and just poured into us. And now here we are. For me, certainly, in December last year, even though we had already started working in this, I could not have fully imagined this moment. But I have to give all credit to Latrice. Thank you. You are awesome. And thank you for helping to make me and Liz more awesome. I appreciate you to the ends of time.
I in the words of Lisa Hurley, I received that. And it has been my absolute extreme honor.
Oh,
this is
amazing.
I'm going to get off of this and finally cry because I was like, I'm not messing up my makeup.
Right.
So,
I keep having to blow mine back.
I'll cry. Yeah. But that's, I don't even want to say anything because those are such beautiful words. So I'm going to move to playing our exit video. See you guys all on the other side, because
see you on the other side, guys.
After this, I'm going to jump into the community and go see what's going on, because now I actually am having separation anxiety in this moment because I haven't been in the community for 5 minutes or for a whole hour.
Because we've been living in there. We've been living in there.
Yeah, so that's what we will be doing, is actually jumping right into the community. At least I will. I know Lisa.
I will too.
I will do some. Okay, so I'll see you in the community as well. So thank you all for attending. This has been amazing. All of the comments, like I'm going to spend time later on looking at comments, answering them, being in the community. I got a day ahead of me. I'm going to pour a glass of wine. Yes, at 1 o'clock. It's Juneteenth. Why not?
Oh yeah.
So let's go ahead and do that and get into the community. And we're going to leave you guys with a final video, a little music to dance to as well.
Yes. Yes. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Liz, out there. Again, I know you out there crying, but thank you so much. All right, y'all. See you on the other side.
The Great Exhale.
All right.
I can't hear myself. Yeah. No, I'm not the same. No, I'm not the same. No, I'm not the same. No, I'm not. No, I'm not the same. I think I done changed. Yeah. Woo, woo. No, I'm not the same, nigga. I think I done changed, nigga. See, something not the same, nigga. I used to walk into the room, head down, I don't walk, now I float on my float on this club. They hanging on to that goose down in my cup. Float on my float on this float. I don't step, I don't walk, I don't dance, I just float. Float, float, float. I don't dance, I just float. I'm light as a feather, I'm light as a feather, yeah baby I float. It's hard to look at my resume and not find a reason to toast. She throwing that thing in a circle, making it viral, I might just elope. Say listen lil' mama, you like Shabari, watch while I show you the ropes. I used to let niggas get to me, I used to be my own enemy. Now I done had several epiphanies, over some breakfast at Tiffany's. Had to forgive all my frenemies, they are not who they pretend to be. I had to protect all my energy, I'm feeling much lighter, now I float on my float on this club. They hanging on to that goose down in my cup. Float on my float on this club. I don't step, I don't walk, I don't dance, I just attire, check out the robe, I'm fresh like a pope. I'm doing my dance on catamarans and you got a coat. I'm counting my blessings, we ain't stressing, just look at this glow. I got that magic, I'm really prepared for whatever, whenever, so who wants to smoke? Came back from the future to take all y'all niggas and take all y'all hoes. They said I was by, yeah baby I'm by a whole nother coast. She stay in the hills, he stay in Atlanta, I pay for them both. My face card don't come with a limit, I swipe it, I spin it, I swear I be doing the most. Float, float on my float on, just float. They hanging on and that goose down in my coat. Float on my float on, just float. I don't step, I don't walk, I don't dance, I just float, 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 float. I don't dance, I just float, 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 float.
All right, I have a toast if you're willing to repeat. Yes. Repeat after me. All right. To the lives we lead. To the lives we lead. To the dreams we chase. To the dreams we chase. To the moments that we make. To the moments that we make. And the fucked up shit we can't erase. And the fucked up shit we can't erase.
Woo! All right, so we're gonna sign off, you guys. We're getting into the community. We'll see you there.
See you there.
Bye.
Bye.